Well, thank you so much for allowing me an opportunity to be here today. I won't take too much of your time. Before I get started, my name is Vinny. I'm with AFLAC. I'd like to thank the owner, Ms. Corey. The owner's here at Freddy's, and she, because of her, is the reason that I'm here. Okay. First off, so you can take anything. You lose all those reservations. You need to understand that the purpose of me doing this presentation today is not for you to make any decisions today. So today you're not making decisions in regards to AFLAC. It's just for me to communicate how the AFLAC benefits will work for you. Okay. So a couple of things in regards to AFLAC is that all of the plans that I'm about to go over with you are designed to pay you cash in the event you get sick or injured. Okay. So it works very different than your typical health insurance. In that if you ever do get sick or injured, AFLAC pays you the cash and you take that money and you use it to pay for your hospital bills, doctor bills, or you can use it to pay, more importantly, your rent, your mortgage, car payment, utility, food. Okay, so that's how these plans will work for you. Also, all of these plans that guarantee renewable and are rate stable. Okay, so what that means to you is that guarantee renewal means that you can keep these plans year after year after year. The rate stability that AFLAC has is that AFLAC's been around since 1955. We have never had a rate increase in an existing policyholder, and not many insurance companies can make that statement. So, also, all of these plans are fully portable. So, and basically, you're getting a discount or a price reduction on what these plans will, because we're going through Ms. Corey here at Freddy's. And they're also fully portable in the sense that if you ever decide to leave here, retire, or quit, you can take these plans with you at the same payroll rates. They're not gonna go up. Okay. Anyway, so having said that, if you open this folder that I just handed out, on the left-hand side of this folder, you're gonna see a little interest sheet. Now, this interest sheet, I'm going to need to collect this from you at the end of this meeting, okay? So it's just very simple. I just need you to put your name, telephone number, and check yes, I'm interested, or no, I'm not interested. Those are your simple questions that are on there, okay? So this is what I'm going to collect from you at the end of this meeting, okay? So that's the interest sheet. The second piece is you're going to have a rate sheet in there, okay? Now, you guys get paid bi-weekly. So the rate sheets are going to be reflective of that. So you're going to be able to see what each of these plans will cost you on a bi-weekly basis. And then we're going to, so just keep this out because we're going to be referring to this back and forth as we go along. Now, today I'm going to go over different options in regards to the AFLAC plans and the things that we offer. And the reason being is not because I think that everybody's going to want everything that AFLAC has to offer. It's because everybody has a different need. Everybody's at a different point in their life. So that's why I'm giving you different options. No different than when you sit down in a restaurant, you get handed a menu. That menu just doesn't say hamburgers only, right? Typically has different options. Not everybody likes hamburgers. Everybody likes to eat other things. And that's kind of the same principle as to why AFLAC has different options as far as covers and things of that nature. Okay. So the first plan that I'm going to go over, now be mindful that I do have a short period of time to go over these benefits. So I'm not going to be able to go through every single detail in regards to each of these plans, but I will touch on some of the highlights on some of these. The first thing that I have to tell you about this accident plan is that this one is a 24-hour accident plan, so it'll cover you on or off the job regardless. You can cover your spouse, and you can cover all your kids up to the age of 26 on this plan. So if you flip this plan, if you flip this brochure open 2 pages in, you're going to see a little product overview. So, and this is just a highlight, a summary highlight on all of these benefits and how they will work for you. The first thing that I will say to you is that as soon as you get hurt, or one of your loved ones, your spouse, or one of your kids gets hurt, and they spend one night in the hospital, this plan is going to pay you $1,000 the first night they spend in the hospital. And every additional day that they're in the hospital is going to pay them $200 per day for up to 1 year. Okay. In addition to that, you also have an accident treatment benefit. So if you go to the emergency room with an X-ray or without an X-ray, there's payouts for that. Blood plasma benefits, accident follow-up treatments, there's $25 each times 6 times. Physical therapy, if you need appliances, things like crutches, knee braces, or knees or scooters and things like that, there's payouts depending on which appliance you need. You also have a home modification of $2,000. So if let's say you land in a wheelchair and you need to modify your home to help you get around in it, okay, it'll pay up to $2,000 to get your home modified. as well as pays a lump sum amount depending on what your injuries are. So the easiest way to describe this section is to tell you that every part of your body has a monetary value attached to it. I know it sounds weird, but you know, if you break a leg, it has a payout. If you cut yourself, burn yourself, all of those things carry a payout. So the more severe your injuries are, the more money you collect under this section right here. So it's designed, so obviously the more severe your injuries are, the longer you're going to need to take off work, which means the more money you're going to need to pay for your bills at home. Okay? Because you got to understand that your bills are still going to need to be paid whether you're working or not. They don't care if you're working or not. So I can tell you about a claim on a family that I handled that, you know, the kid, you know, ended up in addition a four-wheeler. Anyway, so he was in the hospital for an extended period of time. Mom and dad had to alternate weeks off work, and I think it went like that for like 6-7 weeks. And he was badly hurt because I had to pretty much, you know, he was a baby again. And this plan paid that family over $17,000. It didn't make them rich, but it really helped them because they were operating now 50% of the income, plus they had all the extra out of pocket on the medical and deductibles and co-payments. So it really helped that family in that they didn't have to go into their savings, or they didn't have to go borrow money or have to rob Peter to pay Paul if he may, to be able to cover their daily living expenses. And that's what they utilized this money for. So it really, you know, helped them out. So kind of moving along. It also has an accidental death benefit of $25,000 for you and your spouse, and $10,000 for each of the kids. It does have a common carry and a hazardous activity. I'll let you look at that. It also has a dismember benefit if you lose a pinky, a toe, and arm, has a payout, as well as a wellness benefit right away. You can go in now. Your plans, today's June 1st, so actually your effective date will be the 1st of the following month. It will be July 1st. So on July 1st, you can go in and get a checkup, and AFLAC will reimburse you $60 for you to get that wellness checkup, but it only pays for that once for the whole family. Okay, so any questions on this? Now the accident, the cost. The first one is the short-term disability. We're going to look at the accident right here. It's the second one. For an individual on a bi-weekly basis, this plan will cost you $9.84. To cover yourself and your spouse, you're looking at $13.14. One parent family, $19.48. I bet that's just you and all your kids, no spouse. And then the entire family, mom, dad, and all the kids, you're looking at $19.50 for the entire family.
But this is per every 2 weeks.
Per paycheck.
Per paycheck.
Correct. Correct.
Per paycheck.
Per paycheck. You guys get paid every other week.
Right.
Okay? Any questions on that? Okay, so the second one that I want to go over is this cancer plan. Now, by show of hand, who here knows somebody's been diagnosed, treated, or passed away from cancer? Everybody does, okay? So this cancer plan, it covers a ton of different stuff on here, okay? So first off, right off the bat, it'll pay you $40 for you to get a checkup, a cancer screening. But if you have your family covered on this plan, it pays it for you, pays it for your spouse, and pays it for each and every one of your kids. Okay? So it also, as soon as you're diagnosed with cancer, with an internal cancer, it triggers a payout to you of $2,000 upon that diagnosis. As well as soon as you have that diagnosis, you're going to start going through different types of treatment, chemo, radiation, hospital stay, and things of that nature. So it'll pay you $300 a week every time that you go in for injected chemotherapy, and that has a no lifetime maximum. It'll also pay for a radiation therapy of $175 every week that you need radiation. Anti-nausea medication, immunotherapy, bone marrow, blood and plasma benefits, surgeries. There's also on the hospitalization side, every day that you're in the hospital for that treatment, it'll pay you $100 per day for the first 30 days. Excuse me. And it'll double to $200 per day from the 31st day on indefinitely, no lifetime maximum. So we can all agree that cancer doesn't have a lifetime maximum of treatment, right? You either get better or the worst happens. So that's why this plan is designed to pay you out for as long as you need to be paid out. Okay. Now, you can see on some of these on children, AFLAC pays a little bit more on some of these benefits when there's a child that's diagnosed. The reason why is because typically when a child gets diagnosed, both